Hello, Bravo Nation. This is Doug Hayward, and it is May 25th, 2016. And we are going to talk today about our team. One of the things that over the weekend, John and I attended the men's event, the men's training event that was in Dallas, Texas. And there was a lot of kind of what went into building that event was the fact that recently, a lot of the success in the business and a lot of the top coaches in the business have been more dominantly female. And so the excuse started coming up that, well, guys can't do this and blah, 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 and yada, yada, and excuse, whine. So anyways, they decided to do a men's training event just for the guys, just to kind of try and blow up some of those excuses and kind of talk through, to be honest with you, just the fact that the women are working harder than us. That is basically what it came down to. I mean, they just work hard. And so we ended up having some men come in, and one of the guys that spoke is a guy named Bob. Let me make sure I got his last name right. Bob Lucido, I believe is his name. Let me look. Bob Lucido, yep. So Bob Lucido is a ponytail hippie dude that used to work for decided that he wanted to make a change in the world, so he became a lawyer, and he would sue companies over EPA law. So he was about as hippie as you can get. Protect the earth, hug a tree. That's what he was. And got into Beachbody. Guy, he's probably my age, probably a little older. Got into Beachbody a few years ago. And as of right now, he ended up getting put on the inside leg of an Emerald coach, so he never got any help at all. But when he first started his business, he had a thought, and I can't believe that I didn't think of this earlier. I kicked myself for not even thinking of it. But he basically had a thought that I went back to a lot of teams that I've led before, all the way back to when I was a youth pastor. And he said that basically he realized right off the bat that he was basically building a community. He was building a family. Right when he started this business, he said, I am building a family. That's what I am doing. There's people that out there that their health is killing them. There are literally 200 million people in the United States that are either overweight or obese. Beachbody knows for a fact that they've only hit 2 million of them. Beachbody. Okay, so if you walk down the street and say, hey, has anybody heard of Insanity? Hey, has anybody heard of Beachbody? Hey, everybody's heard of it. Anybody ever heard of Shakeology? A lot of people have heard of that. So everybody's heard of it, but they've only touched 2 million out of the 200 million people that are struggling with their weight. So anyway, so with that, he realized he's building a community. So what he decided to do is he decided to really focus on his team basically becoming a cohesive group. So he sat down with his leaders and he just said, guys, how are we going to do this? What do we want our team to be about? What's going to be like our core principles in our business? What's going to, and I kind of shared that a little bit about we're going to be different. We're not going to do it the way everybody else does. Bob's team has not done it the way everybody else does. In a little over 5 years, almost 6 years, he has 40,000 coaches on his team. He has 45 five-star diamonds and above that are in the Millionaires Club. The guy has literally in 5 years helped 5 people or 45 people become millionaires. Not that money's everything. That's not the point. But the point is that his team is aggressively helping other people lose weight and get their health back in shape and fix their mind. Because they go after the mind renew as hard as they go after the body. And just hearing him talk and seeing this hippie dude with the ponytail up there, talking about his community that he built and his little, friends and everybody that he brought together, I thought, man, that's us. I mean, that's what I envision for our team. That's what I envision for our team to be. He talked about building a culture that people they're fighting to get on your team because they just want a part of the culture. They just want to be in it. And I think that's what I want to do. But the way he did it, he said, I didn't dictate anything, which I don't want to dictate anything either, to be honest with you. I've never built – Kathy, you've worked with me when I work with youth groups. I dictated very little. I said the Word of God's our dictation. Everything else is up for discussion. So And that's what we did. And we let the kids be the kids. And I need to let you guys be you guys. And in that, we built this huge community that cared about each other. And we went out and helped a whole bunch of people, with their spiritual lives, an enormous amount of people. That we still have ripple effects from that. And I think we can do the same thing with this team. So we have to have a plan from the start. And that's what I really want to focus on over the next month or so. I really want to have that plan for a start. And I need your guys' help in this. You're going to have ideas I'm not. You just are. You're going to think of things I don't. So when you think about the culture, what do we want this team to look like? I mean, that's going to be really super important for us to kind of move forward with that. And so he said, first thing, he said, you need to have an organizational thought. So you want to create an identity that's the core of your team. So, yep, I know I named our team Bravo Nation. I picked that name. But, I mean, we need to have something that's more of our identity than that. The Groovy Grandparents. That's us. Yeah. So, true. So we basically create our own language. He said when his team sits down and talks, he said everybody in the room, when his team is talking, nobody knows what they're talking about because they're talking about acronyms and things and stuff. He said we have our own language. His team has a language that's different than anybody else in Beachbody. They don't have the 4 vital behaviors. They've never had those. He said we have always had the daily disciplines. That's what he called it. He said we had the daily disciplines. We've had that from day one. We don't even. He said when corporate came out and said, "Hey, we're going to have 4 vital behaviors," he said we're already doing that with the daily disciplines. We didn't change our terminology at all. He said we kept our family. So everything he had kind of a little bit different. So we just need buy-in, but we need to talk about what we're going to be about every day. And then he's kind of he talked about how that you do generational. It's kind of generational duplication. We get to the point where there's people that are basically doing what we're doing. So they have a very clear culture. One of their things that they have a personal success goal, they call it. Personal success is when you're hitting Success Club 5 every month. That's your personal success. And then he said your team success, though, is when everybody on your team starts hitting SC5. And that's kind of, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are hitting that. So that's kind of what he talked about. And then you just have organizational success. And that's really what I want because honestly, the team, as much as I'd like to have success in the Beachbody business and everything, I totally get what Jessica talks about all the time. She gets more geeked. And you guys didn't get a chance to be on this. She did a special call for some of the leadership, and I got tidbits of it here and there from some other people. And one of the things that she said was, and I didn't know this, but there's a max out level. You can only get paid so much by Beachbody at certain levels. You've done all you can, and you can only cycle so many times and you're maxed out. She's been maxed out for a long time. She is not making any more money. She's not going to make any more money. But that woman has worked harder in the last year and a half when she can't make any more money. She's maxed out. Her checks are at the max every week. She can't make any more. So her checks don't vary. They're just the most Beachbody will pay her. That's it. She isn't gaining anything out of this. She hasn't for the last almost 2 years. The only thing she gets out of this is she wants to help a whole bunch of people get to where she's at. That's it. That to me is so cool. That speaks to the kind of person she is. And that's what I want for you guys. I want for you guys to have that kind of stuff. It's not about the money or anything, but just being able to know the people you've helped. And I think that's where she's focused, is just helping people get their health under control. So I need you guys' help with doing that. So when you think about our team and our culture and what we want to build, I've never really liked the term personal development. It sucks. Okay, that's just me. Now, anybody want to raise their hand and agree that they don't like that term? Because I don't like. Oh, thank you. Good. Show of hands in the room. Personal development just sounds weird to me. It sounds like, okay, we're all going to college. I'm not going to college. I'm not going there. So I want to come up with something different. So shoot me your ideas. What do we call personal development? I put something out there that said, renew your mind. I'm totally changing everything about my personal site that I have, my Own Your Day. I used to have Own Your Day Fitness. I don't know if you noticed today, I changed the name. It's called Own Your Day. I don't call it Own Your Day Fitness anymore, because I'm not just about fitness. I want people to renew their mind. I want them to start thinking and dreaming their dreams. And maybe their dream isn't Beachbody. That's cool. That's fine. Then let me help you get what your dream is. You want to be a concert pianist? Dude, I'm your guy. I will help you. You decide you want to be the best plumber that's ever walked the ground in the Midwest? I'm right here. I mean, I want to help people. So I was like, it's not just about fitness. Yes, we have 200 million people that need fitness help. And that's my in. My in is, dude, you need to lose 30 pounds? Let's go for that. But I want to know what your why is. What do you want? What do you want out of your life? Because it isn't about, I want to lose 30 pounds, but the rest of my life suck. Come on, nobody wants that. So I want to build something where people, they lose 30 pounds, but then all of a sudden the things that they've dreamed about, the family relationships they want, just hitting their sweet spot in their career, where they want to go and help people is just like woof, off the scale. I had a woman come up to me that I started helping like 3 months ago. I message her all the time. She never messages me back. I started helping her like 3 months ago. She walked up to me out of the blue, walked up and said, I need to tell you something, dropped her head, started to cry. And I thought, oh my gosh, somebody died. I mean, what happened? And she just looked up and she goes, I am back to the weight that I've wanted to be at for 30 years. She goes, you got me back there. I bought a pantsuit 3 years ago because I loved it. I fell in love with it. I wanted to wear it to work, and I have not been able to fit in it, and it's hung in my closet, and I've cried every time I looked at it. She goes, 2 days ago I wore it to work, and it fit great. And she just cried. And it was just, it was a big deal for her. And it was just like, because finally it was like, I can win. I'm an older lady that can win at something. Because, everybody says it's the young. They're running us over. They can do things we can't. She felt like, wow, no, I still have goals. I still have things I can accomplish. I still have things I can do. Yep, all up in the mind. So now she's got a mind switch that's thrown. And like, man, if I can do my weight, what else can I do? She's a violinist. She's put her violin down for the longest time. She's picked that sucker back up and she started practicing that thing again. That's what we do. We make people realize they can go back and see their dream. So I'm like, and she can play. I've heard her play, but she just put it down because she was just like, what's the use? She's picking it back up again. That's what we do. So our culture, what we do, what we're going to make of ourselves, those are the things that that we need to focus on, that we need to go after. And that's what I want our culture to be. So in a nutshell, that's what Bravo Nation is going to be about, because we're going to yell bravo to a lot of people. Yeah, you got your dream. Go. So my in is going to be your health. That's going to be my in. But from there, then it's going to be, okay, what else can we help you with? What other dream can we help you with? I know a big thing right now. Okay, sorry, Nancy, I'm going to call you out a little bit. I know, right? Nancy, you got 3 freaking jobs. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to just have one job and then have your time to be able to do the things you really want to do? Because I know you've got amazing things in your head that you would like to do. You just don't have the time. So let's help you get your time back so we can fix that. And so you can go do the things you want to do and stuff. So one of the speakers, okay, I'm talking here, but I want to share this because it was really cool. One of the speakers said that we have a leadership vacuum in our country right now, and it's horrible. Look at who we're voting for president. Oh my gosh. The choices are pretty much nobody. And so, we're kind of in a weird place where there's no leadership in this country. Our country was like this once before, and it was at the turn of the century in 1900. And it was bad. It was really, really rough. We had come out of the Civil War, not healthy. It was the Industrial Revolution was kind of going, but it had really kicked off, and people were leaving their farms and getting jobs in the city, and it was just all kinds of problems because of that, and there was no leadership. Out of that whole mess, for the first 30 or 40 years after the turn of the century, when there was no leadership, Alcoholics Anonymous starts. Boys and Girls Club starts. YMCA starts. All these nonprofit group of people saying, we got a problem. We need to fix it. Hey, let's go do this. Government didn't come up with those ideas. Nobody, and look at how many people, we got a problem with boys and girls not having any direction because, of the breakdown of families, and everybody's working, and it's not like the farm where everybody came home and ate dinner together. So we got to do something for these kids. So what are we going to do? Hey, let's start Boys and Girls Clubs. all that stuff started because of that. It was like, we got a problem, let's go start something to fix it. We have a weight problem in the United States right now, a health crisis. It's horrible. 70% of our health dollars are being spent on preventable diseases because of our weight. So it's crazy, 70%. So we got to address that. Beachbody's attacking that for us. Now we can attack all kinds of other stuff. So anyway, but we were here before, but groups of people rose up. And I see Bravo Nation being a group of people that rises up and says, we're going to help you. And, you know, and we may not just be about, you know, about health and fitness, you know, health and fitness. We're going to be about renewing your mind. What are your goals? What can we do for you? That's what I envision for our team. So we talk about, so I need ideas on what we're going to call personal development. I don't like the term. You know, anything that we look at, you know, we talk about, one of the things that, you know, Bob talked about, he said, you know, when the company came out and said, hey, we got this great idea called Power Hour. And he goes, we already had a name for it. We were doing it. We never called it Power Hour. He said, we just called it, you know, hey, go out and help a bunch of people for an hour, you know, but it was build your community for an hour. And you know, and I think that's cool. You know, how are we going to go build our community? How are we going to get more people that are looking for something like this? You're right, Kathy, it starts in your heart. So we have to get real with people. We got to be real and raw. Just my wife said that to me the other day. She goes, just real and raw. That's what we got to be. And so we're real and raw. We're out there being honest with people, and we're just telling people, you know what, you are capable of so much more. But you know what? Let's start with your health and fitness so you feel better. You got some energy. Let's get some Shakeology in you so you got the energy to go do what you want to do. And then, okay, once we figure that out, now what do you want to go do? Because we'll help you with that too. So anyway, that's me talking. So I'm going to be pretty much, I'm done. I've talked for a long time, so I'm not going to talk no more. But if you guys want to share anything that's on your heart, this is your shot right here. And this is, I wasn't looking for like answers right now, like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. But I mean, shoot me stuff, you know, message, post stuff in Bravo Nation like crazy, that you have ideas. I got an idea of our culture could be this. I mean, because there's a lot of people that are in Bravo Nation that aren't in these calls. I mean, they listen to the recordings later, but they're seeing our posts too. But you know, I look at the people that are on this call right now as being my leadership team. You guys are it. You're my leadership team. So I know Kathy's freaking out. Oh my gosh. So she's been on one of my leadership teams before. How'd that go? That went pretty good. So post your ideas. Post about what your culture, what you think the culture should be like. You know, we're posting food and we're posting fitness and we're posting, I mean, I want you guys to post your heart. I'm going to post my heart in there. I don't know if you've noticed, I've changed a little bit about even like what we do in the challenge group. You know, I'm not posting all this stuff anymore. I posted the one thing, hey, personal development, what'd you learn from it today? Hate that word. But anyway, I'm trying to change it up a little bit in terms of like, you know, in terms of getting more into people's heads and their goals and their dreams and get them to think about that stuff. So especially in Bravo Nation, man, post. Anything that you think would be great for culture and all that, because I'm not going to dictate. John's not going to dictate what's going on in Bravo Nation. We want everybody to come together and go, that is the coolest idea I've ever heard in my gosh dang life, and we're going to go do that. And we'll know it when we see it. Honestly, I think every last one of us will stand up and stick our fist in the air when we see it. And we might not find it this week. We might not find it next week. Culture takes time to build. It's not an overnight, you know, wow, whoopee, we went to one conference and we're so excited and we're going to do this thing. No, that's not the way it's going to be. We're going to build a culture. There's people watching in Bravo Nation that want to see what our culture is going to be like. So this is the time to post your heart, post what you're thinking, post your personal development. Throw that stuff in there, man. Just pound it. And we'll come up with an idea. And from our hearts, that'll happen. So, okay, done talking. Anybody want to share?
I am reading 5 Love Languages.
Yes. Awesome.
I am steering my thought process. I do enjoy talking to people that I don't know that are complete strangers, and I do like learning about their lives. And I know it still sounds sarcastic. Sorry, I'm working on that. But yes, I agree. I feel more comfortable talking to people about where they are and what they need, even if it's not health related, even if it's not fitness related. You know, I'm not that person that likes to be out in front in the limelight. So I'm happy to be steering in a new direction. That would be awesome. I still need to work on my people skills. Not sure where the disconnect is there, but kick me in the pants if you see I need it.
I think we just lean heavier on sharing from our heart. So I am trying as much as I can to, how can I put this? Rely less on canned posts and just try to type what I'm thinking. This is what Doug's thinking today. Now I might put a little picture in there or whatever, but I mean, Morgan Alexis is a great person for that. She's an introvert. Okay. But she posts her picture everywhere. And it's not because she's conceited. Trust me, if you meet Morgan Alexis in person, she is the shyest woman you will ever meet in your life. You're like, oh my gosh, how in the world did you build this business as shy as she is? She won't look you in the eye barely. She looks away. It's crazy meeting her. But she posts her picture because it's her. And she wants to share her heart. So the reason she constantly shares her picture is because of the fact that it's stretching her out of her introvertedness. And then it forces her to share her heart. Okay, there's a great picture of me. Now what do? Oh yeah, I got to type something, you know? So, because they can't just throw my face out there all the time. So, you know, so I think and she looks, and that's really, we're just planting seeds in people's lives to realize they can dream it. That's all we're doing. We're just planting seeds. And so it's, you know, what do you need? Where's your seed? Let's plant it. Let's move on. So anyway, that's what I would say. Just share what you're thinking. I mean, just type what you're thinking. If you need to put something a little pretty, a flower or something, or a picture of you or whatever, I mean, just something. You know, I took a picture the other day. I started taking pictures of like where I was at. And I put my current situation.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and I was just taking pictures like that because I didn't want to do canned stuff. I wanted people to see me doing life. So that was kind of my introduction to that. So let people see you do life. You know, just take a picture. I'm sitting in my backyard and there's a glass of iced tea, and man, that's a good looking glass of iced tea. I like iced tea. You know, whatever it is, you know. I think we can connect with people that way. We're real and raw. That's us, real and raw. So we post that are real, not canned stuff. So Teresa's a really good trigger for me. If I start getting goofy with that stuff, she goes, okay, that's not you. You're being salesman-y or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be that way. I just want to be me, and you know, I want to help you. So anyway, okay, awesome. Anything else?
Yeah. No, sorry, Nancy, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish.
My problem is I'm afraid to get too real and too raw. It's the British in me. I am afraid I'll never be able to suck it all back in. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, I do. Well, you know what? Lean on the part of being encouraging then. Kathy, that's what I would do. I would just lead, because you're an encourager. Maybe it's not about you. Maybe it's just what you know would encourage somebody else. So maybe it's that. You know, so you don't have to, you know, throw your entire personage out there in front of the bus, but so that's an idea. You know, so share your encouragement, because I mean, to me, you've always been a huge encourager to me. You've always been the person you'd always be the person that, you know, no matter how bad it was, you would go, well, no, there is a good thing here. You see that silver lining really well. So share the silver lining, and just share that encouragement with people. So when you see stuff that encourages you, you know, share that, and you know, and that's a good place to start. And people are like, wow, this is going to be an encouraging group. I like that. So does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. That was like, because I'm with you, Kathy. I like to talk to people and find out their story. and I forget who I was listening to. It was the National Wake Up Call replay, somebody, but I remember her saying that her coach said to her, I don't want you to sell anything, just be yourself, tell your story. And that really resonated with me because just the way I'm wired, my sales is, do you want to buy this? No. Okay. I figure everybody's got their own mind. I'm not going to talk you into anything. So that really helped me a lot. So I've been working on posting because it sounds like there's another introvert over there, Kathy. And yeah, I know nothing changes if nothing changes. Over the weekend, I just had a couple epiphanies, and one of them was this business is the key to the things that I want. It's the majority of it scares the heck out of me. Ready to do scary things like Ruth is always talking about, and other people I admire that have created great success in their lives, my youngest child being one of them. He said, Mom, you just pick the scariest thing and you do it. And somehow it finally clicked. And this weekend I thought, you know what? I'm committed to this for a year. I'm balls to the wall for a year. I really still don't feel like I know what the heck I'm doing, but I don't care. I'm just going to do it anyway. And look and chuckle at some of the things that I did. But I personally, if you're listening to you, Doug, I feel more comfortable because that's more me. I've never been a Stepford anything. Well, you know me. It is so difficult for me to fit into things. So I like the idea. I love the idea of community. That's what I've been thinking for my own group as I get started.
Right.
I just want for people to come, and wherever you are on your journey, I am your cheerleader. It's like, that's, I think, talking about leaders. At this point, I feel to be a leader that I actually could be a leader, because I think one of the keys to being a leader in this day and age is just being real. Being absolutely real. Because sometimes when I watch somebody who's really successful and you're like, oh my gosh, like I love Jessica Bowser. And she you don't see all the stuff behind the scenes. So I want to share the like Wednesday, bad day, came home, said, screw you, workout, sat down and ate ice cream. And but the thing is, I owned it. I did it. I knew what I was doing, but then I'm like, oh man, I don't want to share that because then somebody's going to feel bad. And I think I'm just going to share that kind of stuff because we're not perfect. This is a journey, and we're real and raw, and we're learning new things, and changing our mind is a bazillion times harder than changing our bodies, in my opinion. So I don't know, that was just a rambly because I got a lot of stuff just going through my head, but I really like where you're going, Doug, and I'm in. I am. You may be thinking, gosh, I wish she wasn't in, but I'm in.
No, that's fine. No, actually, I'm glad you are, because you said something just now and I wrote it down. You said we're not selling something. And you kind of said this, I just could put this kind of in my own words, but you know what? We aren't selling anything. I'm not trying to sell you a challenge pack. What I'm trying to sell you is the fact that you want to be you 30 pounds lighter. I can help you.
Right.
You want to be you where you have more time with your kids. I can help you. You want to be you where you can actually pursue your dream of being a whatever. You've decided that you want to, you'd like to go be a veterinarian in Australia. I can help you. I mean, what's your dream? What would drive you to do some pretty scary things? I can help you. And I think that's what we're doing. We're not selling anything. It's like we're connecting people to their dreams. Okay, write that down. Connecting people.
I like that. And you know what else
because so many people have gotten disconnected from it.
Right.
Everything in their life has disconnected them from the person. Okay, seriously, when you were 20 years old, I mean, I hate to say this, but I have to be honest. When I was 20 years old, did I really think this was my life at 57? That wasn't the life I envisioned. Now, am I going to get that life? Yeah, I am hacking away at it to get back to that place. I remember when Teresa and I first got married, and I look back and the stuff we talked about and the dreams that we had, and I realized, where did we go sideways and not focus on those things and get those? And they weren't monetary things, they weren't financial things, they were things that were, what we wanted to do with our kids, what memories we wanted to make. And I'm like, man, where did we get launched off into this ozone land? That was one of the big reasons that I sold my house and bought the house I did. It was like, I'm tired of not getting what we talked about for our kids. Have a place where everybody wants to come and hang. Trust me, everybody wants to come and hang at the lake. Woo-hoo. You guys are welcome to come anytime. So, I mean, that's what we wanted. We wanted a place where everybody would be comfortable. Come sit on the deck, let the stress roll off your body, and stick your feet in the frickin' sand and the water. That's it. So, so I like that. So we're connecting people to their dreams. I like it.
You know what else I liked? It was when you were talking about Kathy, which, yes, Kathy, you are a born encourager. That's probably your gift, exhortation. But anyway,
yeah.
Silver linings. It's like it clicked. It's like, oh, silver linings would be what? I mean, that to me, that was like, that's a good name for something, but I don't know what yet in our group.
Right. You're right. It is. And so we need to have a, you're right. I just wrote it down. That is going to be the name of something that we have. It might be an award. It might be a level. It might be a something, but Jessica makes up levels all the time. I don't necessarily, we aren't stuck. She does. I mean, she's got double emerald. Now she's got whatever, aspiring something or other. I don't know.
Educated emerald.
Educated emerald. I can't remember what it was. We just, so we don't have to call it what they call it. I mean, like Bob said, he said, my team has an entirely different language. When they talk about people going 5-star diamond, nobody mentions 5-star diamond on their team. I'm sure of it. It's an entirely different level to them. It's more of a community thing. It's more of a family thing. So we make up our own vernacular. Yeah, we make up words. We do Morgan Alexisms and make up our own words. And so I think that's what we do. But I like that. Silver lining. That's a really good one. So I'm writing that one down. That's going to be something in the group. We'll think of it. Cool. Like I said, we're going to end up coming up with something that I think that's going to just resonate with us. So I don't want to keep you guys like for a real long time, and we've already been going for like 30 minutes, and I want to kind of keep it at that. Because otherwise we'll go into brain overload. So if I got a book, and I am just writing down stuff in this book. If I have an idea, write it down. There you go. And we're just scribbling ideas, and then we'll have like next week's call. I'm not sure if it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. It might probably be Tuesday, I think. But Tuesday works better for me. Does that work better for you guys? Tuesday?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, Tuesday works better for me, I think. I think it works better for Nancy. But next Tuesday when we get together, it'll be more of a me just saying, okay, so what'd you guys write down in your notebook this week? Go back and read through your notebook. What'd you write down? What hit you? And like when I said silver linings, I didn't even think about calling something in our group that. And then Nancy goes, okay, that's awesome. And I'm thinking, yeah, it is awesome. Cool. So so that's one of the things that, okay, I just thought of something else. Hold on. Don't want to lose it.
Shane says yes to Tuesdays.
Okay, awesome. Good. Oh, yeah, I did see that. Thank you, Shane. Okay, so we're going to do Tuesdays. And like I said, you guys write stuff down. Shane, you and Emily need to be getting a notebook, dude, and writing stuff down. And I don't even care if you, like, the stuff you've written in your notebook, like, before the call, like the night before, ooh, let's do that. Tuesday before the call, let's start posting stuff that we've written in our notebook through the week. Just start throwing that stuff out there, like ideas that we had or something we came up with or just random thoughts. So we all have a chance to kind of read and digest a little bit. And then at 9 o'clock, we can sit and we can talk through those posts and everything else and say, hey, what do we think of this? What do we think of that? I don't even know if our team stays named Bravo Nation. I'm going to be honest. Don't know if that really embodies who we are. I don't know. If it doesn't, pitch it. We'll get something different that does. So I want it to be us, and us is awesome. And we're going to reach a lot of people and help a lot of people. I have a goal for this team right now my goal for this team is for us. Right now we've got about 43 people in Bravo Nation right now. A lot of those people you don't hear from. I want, by the end of August, I want 100 engaged people in Bravo Nation. I want 100 of them. I don't care where they come from. I don't care who brings them in. Don't care where they come from. I want 100 people in that group that are fired up to help other people get their dream. That's what I want. So you want to lose 5 pounds? That's your dream? Good. I can help you. And you seriously, you want to find a way to get your butt to medical school? Here we are. We'll figure out a way to get you there. So, we'll help encourage you and cheer you. Like Nancy said, we're going to be your freaking cheerleaders. We're going to be the best cheerleaders on the planet. So that's what we want to be about. So, okay. So with that, I'm going to say, write it down. And I'll do a post next Monday reminding everybody. And then Tuesday, like about 5 or so, I'll be blowing up Bravo Nation with, hey guys, post your notebooks, post your notebooks, post your notebooks. So everybody can start writing everything they had in their notebooks, and then when we get on the call, we can talk about that stuff. So, okay? Awesome.
Great.
Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to stop recording. I will see you guys next week. If you have any questions or anything that hit your brain you want to throw at me, knock yourself out and do it. So, all right, let's go on our day.
Good night, all.
Bye.